Stop! That's a copywritten song. Even though I can't play any more of that song, I bet you recognize it, don't you? I bet you recognize that pixelated Comic Sans text, and more than anything, I bet you recognize that all too familiar light blue background. This color is the default background color for the video editing software that came bundled in with every single copy of Windows XP, Windows Movie Maker. This program is iconic, but not because of the program itself. What matters to me is the things people created with it. I mean, I guess that's kind of obvious. I like paintings, but I'm not a fan of paintbrushes. Windows XP was the main operating system that existed when YouTube came out, and when just general video sharing over the internet was beginning to become a thing. Today, almost every single human on Earth has made at least one TikTok. Thousands of others have tried to make films, documentaries, animations. Creation has never been more accessible than it is right now. But there was a time before all of this, when creating a video for an average person was an extremely uncommon thing to do. Even now, you still kind of look like a dickhead. Before Windows XP, computers didn't really do videos that much. You could play video files, there were rudimentary video editing software, but it was by no means a common thing. And that's mainly because of the internet at the time. Back when you could still listen to the internet, it would take a good few minutes to load a single image. You want to download 24 of those a second for 1 to 10 minutes? You better clear out the next fucking week. But as time progressed, obviously technology got better, internet speeds got faster, and with the launch of YouTube.com in 2006, that all changed. A lot of videos in the early days of YouTube were just raw recordings straight off of a webcam or Nokia N80. But what if you didn't have a webcam or a camera of any kind? Well, luckily, on most people's computers in 2006, there was a program just waiting to have 14 pictures of Pokemon in real life dragged into it. It gave anybody with a computer and an installation of Windows XP the chance to create something, and make something they did. So sit back while I show you some videos from 18 years ago. Compilations were huge. By compilation, I mean those videos of just fan art or images of some kind stitched together with Movie Maker transitions. This is purely someone thinking, a video. If I could make any video on Earth, what video would I want to make? I think I would like to make a 10-minute compilation of sad My Little Pony images. I think that's what I would like to make. I'm sure you know this video. Future Gen Consoles. Wii 2, PS4, Xbox 720. This video shows off different renders and concepts of what consoles might look like in the future. Every console is stitched together with these brilliant Movie Maker transitions and a wonderful background song of Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. Very thematic. This video has gained a lot of popularity in recent years, but there were all kinds of compilations like this. They were extremely common, and I loved them. Some examples of this are Sad MLP, Neopets, Bring Me Back to Life. Ooh, and Link and Zelda, Every Time We Touch. This is a very romantic video. Warning. They just love each other so much. One of my personal favorites of this style, though, was this video of Pokemon in real life. I truly thought this was real. I thought, some of those are probably photoshopped, but that Kyogre? That's a real image. Truly, one of life's greatest tragedies is that Pokemon aren't real. Now, these videos were very common back in the day, because it's not very hard to just drag images into Movie Maker, put a couple cool transitions and call it a day. But if you wanted to move up a step, you could move up to the AMV. Now, AMV stands for Animated Music Video. Over the years, that term has evolved to mean a variety of things, I feel like. I don't know if there's like a criteria that a video has to meet to be considered an AMV. I see things titled AMV today that are fully edited, beautiful productions in which someone has spent countless hours syncing animations and text and edits to. This AMV is just sonic clips with lip syncing to Do You Like Waffles? It's honestly, it's not bad. They did a pretty good job, actually. You have to remember, times were different back then. Nowadays, someone has uploaded every clip, every scene from every single TV show or movie. But back then, that wasn't as much of a thing. I couldn't just look up my favorite Pokemon moments. So to see a video where someone had gathered all of the coolest Ash fight moments from Pokemon, all synced up to How Did We Get Here by Paramore, that was some of the coolest shit I had ever seen at 9 years old. Nobody had ever done this yet. Another type of movie maker video that was popular back in the day was the tutorial, which is still a thing, of course. You can find tutorials for almost anything on YouTube. But not like this. I'm sure you followed a few of these back in the day. Somebody recording their desktop in 480p with an unregistered copy of Hypercam, typing instructions one by one into Notepad in Comic Sans or Times New Roman, all whilst paralyzed by Finger 11 plays in the background. Cinema. It seems like such a fucked, barbaric way to learn information nowadays, but it got the job done. These weren't bad tutorials by any means. I learned a lot of my early computer knowledge back in the day from tutorials like these. I even have a distinct memory of genuinely trying to follow one of the many famous free membership hack more coins onto your Club Penguin account tutorials. Although I don't think I ever got one to work. I think I was stuck paying for it legitimately. Like a schmuck. Club Penguin was a huge part of this era, I feel like. Some of these Club Penguin tutorials, they wouldn't even bother with Notepad. They'd just type the instructions just right into Club Penguin for everybody else in the server to see too. Everyone would be like, what's this guy talking about? Step 2. Type your parents' credit card. Point being though, for quite a while, this was a pretty common way to make tutorials on YouTube. Computers back in the day didn't always come with microphones or webcams. So for a lot of people, this Notepad document was the only way to convey the information they needed to. Tutorials aren't the only reason people recorded their screens though, of course. There were all kinds of videos. This is one of my favorite videos from back then. Club Penguin, How to Tip the Iceberg. The only way. I'm not gonna lie to you, Cubanito0414. I feel like there's probably another way. I'm just noticing now, actually, he didn't actually even tip the iceberg. It just kind of hits it with a chainsaw. Why did I watch this? Oh, look at this one. Hey there, Delilah, Club Penguin. That was a good effect. EPK1112. This is a good video. But it is though. Like obviously it's so cringe now because of how far we have come with videos, but it's still so earnest. This guy was putting his heart out there, making this dramatic Hey There Delilah lyric video in Club Penguin. He didn't know what he was doing, all he had was Movie Maker and Club Penguin, but that didn't matter. He made it anyways. Another thing I want to make sure I give enough time to is music. The music of this era is a massive part of its identity. Remember lyric videos to songs? The ones that would use a font that you could barely read, and they put the wrong lyrics sometimes? I miss you. People would get creative too, like that Hey There Delilah Club Penguin one. Like I remember it was a pretty common thing to see Club Penguin lyric reading videos. People didn't know what they were doing. Why not? Why not type out the lyrics to a song in Club Penguin for a video? What even is a video? Nobody knew that yet. Even if the focus of the video wasn't the song though, most videos of this era had some kind of background music, whether it be a tutorial or a compilation of images. But if you were around back then, you know that almost all of these videos, or a good majority of them, had almost all the same songs. And that was for a reason. Back then, a lot of people used the YouTube editor. YouTube used to have a proper editor where you could adjust things, put annotations, which is how some people titled their entire video. But most importantly, in the YouTube editor, they had an option to add music. In there, you could pick from a big list of different songs that they already had cleared the rights to that anybody could use for free in their videos. And this list wasn't very long. This is why most videos from this era had all the same music. You know, the classics. Through the Fire and Flames, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, Paralyzed, but none even come close to this. If I had to pick a national anthem for YouTube, it would be without a doubt this song, and I don't think anyone has any arguments with that. Do you? Actually, I think it should be Jake Paul every day, bro. This song, along with a few others that I can't play in their entirety due to copyright, but you could probably still recognize the first few seconds. These songs, nowadays, everybody loves them because they represent their childhood and this era of YouTube. But people forget that back then, everybody hated these. Not because they were bad songs, but because people were just sick of them. Almost every second video you saw used one of these 4 songs, it felt like. And that's due to one thing that I found kind of interesting. The creator of these songs is Alexander Pearls, but when these songs were released under the name 009 Sound System. The list of songs in the YouTube editor back then, by default, sorted the list of songs alphabetically. So all of the 009 Sound System songs went right to the top. But I'm sure people picked whatever song they liked most. Surely no one would be too lazy to just pick quite literally the very first one, right? Wrong. That just goes to show you how much thought really went into a lot of these old videos. People were just making stuff without a thought in the world. And I think that lack of thought is also kind of what makes them so charming. These aren't masterfully crafted videos designed to hit the algorithm and maximize watch time. These aren't even efforts to make anything particularly good. These videos are purely just people fucking around, playing with this new internet medium purely for the fun of it. We make fun of them now, and for good reason, but truly, these are probably some of the most passion-filled videos on the entirety of YouTube. But all things must come to an end. As time progressed, I got older, and so did YouTube, and so did the videos that were uploaded to it. The idea of what a YouTube video is became more established. People got better webcams, better microphones, better cameras, better editing software. Windows Movie Maker, the whole reason for this video, eventually got phased out, being turned into Windows Live Movie Maker, which still a lot of people used, myself included. But I don't know. There's just something so iconic about the original Movie Maker that I just can't take from my heart. And I'm not the only one. People use the iconic Movie Maker fonts and styles and colors in a nostalgic, ironic way today all the time. People reminisce and make videos about these older compilations all the time. In this current culture of TikTok virality, optimizing every second and cut to keep engagement, it's just kind of refreshing to look back. But what do I know? I'm just some kid who grew up with all of this. I definitely have a huge nostalgic tie to it all. Maybe none of it mattered, but I don't think it's as simple as that. I think there truly is something innately charming and just genuine about these old videos that I just love so much. But what do you think? Were you around back in these days? What was a video from then that you really loved or made? Please let me know in the comments. I genuinely love hearing about any memories you might have. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry it's been a month again. Leave a like if you want, or dislike it if you hate me. Press subscribe if you want. You don't have to. I know it's kind of hard if you're like on a TV or something, so I understand if you can't. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you in the next one. Bleh.